All right, welcome back to the Art of Football 365, and we are without Gannon tonight. It is 12:38 in the morning, and I'm a little bored, so I'm gonna do my first mock draft. I'm gonna go ahead and do a three to four round mock draft for the Dallas Cowboys, the Chicago Bears, and the Green Bay Packers. Now, my goal with this is pretty much just to see uh, how well I am at mock drafts, how how good I do, I guess. It'll be something new for me, and I found this website that a lot of the NFL reporters use. It's called thedraftnetwork.com slash mock dash draft dash machine. And there's a premium version and a normal version of it. I'm going to go ahead and use the normal version and just run it. I want to see what we can come up with. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get going with that. All right, it should be shared now. Okay, perfect. I just want to start off saying a couple things before I dive into starting with the Dallas Cowboys. Over the weekend, this past weekend, we started a fundraiser to help better our podcast and help promote the Akron Bulldogs and the Freeport Pretzels with their football programs. And I'm very glad to announce that we've raised over $1,200. And the Art of Football 365 will be pledging $500 to each program to hopefully better their programs in any way possible and ensure that the snow is off the field in time to play this spring. I know that many high school programs are going through a lot, especially seniors this season and everything that's going on with COVID-19. So I felt like this was necessary to do. So I wanted to thank every single person who took the time to donate any sort of money to our fundraiser. It won't go unnoticed. I can tell you that. This will impact the community for a little while. A lot of people will be talking about this, so I'm very excited that we were able to do this. And stay tuned for our Friday drop. I know Gannon can't be with us tonight. This is just a one-time little thing. I want to give it a shot and just have a little fun tonight. Gannon is currently in Louisiana playing some baseball, so he's pretty busy right now. So I'm the one that's got the free time, so I'm gonna have some fun. So here we go. We're gonna start with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna hit next. For any of you who have not used this website and you're an NFL draft junkie, I highly recommend giving this a shot and just seeing what you can come up with. All right. So I did a couple earlier, but this is my first on camera. I put this to fast so the draft speeds up, and then I put 3 to 4 rounds. We'll go ahead and we'll do 4 rounds for each team. And you want to keep this on manual, and then we can go ahead and start the draft, and it'll simulate the first couple picks. Get rid of these ads. All right, so I'll show you guys who's been drafted. All right. So the first 9 picks went Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Penei Sewell, Justin Fields, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Jalen Waddle, Caleb Farley, and Patrick Surtain. So this is pretty tough with Dallas. I feel like their main needs are on the defensive side of the football. But there's also a key spot that the Dallas Cowboys have been notable for drafting the past couple seasons and honestly beyond. They love to covet their offensive line, and with Tyron Smith getting older and with his injury history, I think this will be a pick that'll be a necessity if it comes to fruition. And the two or three top corners are off the board. Caleb Farley, Patrick Surtain happen to go 8 and 9 back to back in this mock draft. And I think those would be the two likely guys you'd see go to Dallas if they're still on the board at that time, or you could possibly see Dallas trading back. But I'm going to roll with Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern for our round 1 pick. He's a great offensive tackle, and I think he would instill that presence that Dallas needs, especially if Tyron Smith goes down. They've struggled mightily without Tyron Smith in the lineup. So I think a couple of years from now, if Tyron Smith's not able to stay healthy and we restructure his contract a couple times, and I think his time's going to run out in Dallas down the road pretty quick. So I think it's good to get that offensive tackle spot shored up. Hopefully Lyle Collins can come back and be who he used to be. All right, so a bunch of other people have went off the board. And then we look at our team needs. Need a corner. interior defensive lineman. I actually follow Jeff Kavanaugh on Twitter, and he does a hell of a job with these mock drafts. So I'm quite familiar with most of these players in the top 3 or 4 rounds. So I feel like I can do a pretty good job. Obviously, this beginner format of drafting that I'm doing, I can't make any trades, which I think is very possible with the Dallas Cowboys to trade back. But I'm going to roll with Trevon Mulrig out of TCU, safety, for our second round pick. I think that will shore up the back end of the defense, pair him with Donovan Wilson going into the 2021-22 season, and I think Dallas will be on their way to hopefully beginning to fix that secondary. They've struggled mightily with that secondary the past couple of years, and I think this will be a great move to bolster that secondary. Obviously, they got some free agents leaving this offseason, and possibly Xavier Woods, Jordan Lewis, Chidobe Awuzie. They're going to need to remake that cornerback and safety room. So, all right, we're up with our third-round pick, 75th pick overall. So far, we've covered the offensive tackle position and the safety position, which is, I'd say, one of them's a very high top need. The other one is a need that's, I'd say, 2 or 3 years away in all reality, but I think it's a great pick. Rashawn Slater is a guy that can last in this league for quite some time. All right, so who we got around left? We got to fix that interior defensive line a little bit, but what are we thinking? Scroll back up to this projections. You know, we've gone offense, defense the last 2 picks. I think if this is who's available when it comes down to Dallas's pick, I think they look at trading back in this situation. However, there are 2 names that stick out to me a little bit, and the 2 are Shaun Wade out of Ohio State, who did not have a great postseason in college football this season, but he fell down some draft boards, and I think he will slip into the 3rd or 4th, maybe even the 5th. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see him there. And the other one's Quincy Roach from Miami. I think you could see him going around this area as well. But I'm going to roll with Shaun Wade. I think with Dan Quinn there, he likes his DBs. He likes Richard Sherman type guys, and I think he could hopefully instill that into Shaun Wade, and we'll continue bolstering that back end of the defense. And these are, as you can see, these are our 3 top picks so far. We got Rashawn Slater, Trevon Mulrig, and Shaun Wade. I think we're doing pretty good in our first 3 rounds. I'd say we're shoring up 2 positions of need for sure, and a position that needs to be altered down the road. All right, so we are with our 4th round pick, the 99th pick overall. Let's see who we got left. All right. One name that already sticks out to me a lot is Tyler Shelvin, interior defensive line. We can look at his draft profile. 5-star recruit 2017. For a guy who's going to be asked to fill an unselfish role in the NFL, he embraces taking on blocks, absorbing double teams, eating space, and keeping the second level clean. He has the making of a dominant run-stuffing 3-4 nose tackle or 4-3-1 tech, but his value is limited to running downs. Now, I'm going to roll with Tyler Shelvin in this position, right where we're at, and I say that because Dallas has lacked that type of run stopper the last couple of years. Rod Marinelli was not a guy who wanted big defensive tackles, and I feel like this would be a move that would kind of change that stance on what type of players we want shoring up that run game. And so we're going to go ahead and roll with Tyler Shelvin in our 4-round mock draft. And this is who we're going to end up with. That might have been the 3rd round. We might have 2 third-round picks. We'll wait and find out, I guess. Oh, we do have 1 pick left, I'm pretty sure. 1 or 2. So far, I'm pretty sure that Tyler Shelvin pick was also in the 3rd round, so we were able to get an extra defender in Tyler Shelvin. So we do have another pick. All right, who are we going to roll with? We've gone 3 straight defensively. Do we want to look for someone on the offensive side of the ball? I'd love to take Trey Sermon, but I don't think he fits what Dallas wants to do, having Tony Pollard already. But I do see someone who sticks out to me immediately, scrolling down the draft board a little bit. Darius Washington out of TCU. I think you bring him in and you have Trevon Moehrig and him battle it out for a starting position going into the 2021 season. And who knows? I mean, Donovan Wilson could go down with an injury, so you bolster that right away. So we're going to bolster that safety position again. I don't know if Darius Washington will slip to 115. I could see him going in the range of anywhere from 95 to like 100. And quite honestly, in those five picks, I think that could be a possibility. But I think this might wrap up our Dallas Cowboys draft. No, we got one more pick. All right, let's roll with it. All right, we've gone 4 straight defensively. So I think it might be time to look for a receiver. Obviously, Dallas's receiver group is great. I mean, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Michael Gallup, you got Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson. You got your tight ends. You got Blake Jarwin coming back. You got Dalton Schultz, who had a pretty good year filling in for Blake Jarwin when he went down with that torn ACL. So it's tough. I want to keep going defense because that's what Dallas needs. But I feel like we got to. You know what? We're going to roll with defense again. I saw 2 players that interest me. Let's just check it out real quick. Make sure there ain't no offensive players that we want to go with. Nope. All right. So this pick for me is going to come down to Rashad Weaver, edge from Pittsburgh, or the other one. Where's the other one at? Dalen Hayes, edge from Notre Dame. I liked his game watching him play for Notre Dame. And I feel like Dallas is going to need to fill that edge spot, regardless if they bring Aldon Smith back to another contract. Randy Gregory's going to need somebody there to help him. Same with D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to need his help. We went out and got Tyler Shelvin, but I feel like we need to shore up that edge position as well. And I know some people who are watching this may be like, all right, Dallas needs a linebacker. We need a linebacker. I totally agree. I think we do need a linebacker. I think it's going to be tough to find one outside of the Ohio State the Ohio State linebacker. Baron Browning, he's pretty good. And then we also got the Notre Dame linebacker as well. I think he'll go round 1 pretty easily. So it's going to be tough to find a linebacker outside of the Notre Dame linebacker, Ohio State one. On top of that, Micah Parsons from Penn State. I think those are all round 1 guys. So that's pretty tough. But I'm going to roll with Dalen Hayes in this. I'm pretty sure is the last pick. I could be wrong again, but we will go ahead and say, yep. All right, finalizing your draft. Let's go ahead and check out our picks that we went with. So 10, 44, 75, 99, 115, and 139. We were able to get 6 picks in the first 4 rounds. I think some of those are compensation from trades and letting free agents go. But picking up Rashawn Slater's big. Same with picking up 2 safeties, adding to the DB room with Sean Wade, adding to that defensive line. So I think we shored up Dallas pretty well in this 4-round mock. I think it could go multiple ways for Dallas, trading back. I think this was a start. So we'll go ahead and title this Dallas. We'll save this. And then we're going to roll the Chicago Bears. All right, so we'll go back up to mock draft, start a mock draft. Press the Bears. Put the speed up to fast. We're going to go with 4 rounds. Keep it on manual. All right. Let's see what happens in these first 19 picks. The Bears are going to have it pretty tough. It's going to take a lot for the Bears to be able to shore up a lot of positions. It's going to start with that offensive line. They also need that quarterback position to get solved. But it's definitely going to start with the offensive line, I'd say for sure. Now let's see their top team needs. Yep, quarterback, offensive tackle. So let's see who we got on the board. We got the linebacker out of Notre Dame. I like that. I want him to go to Dallas. Zayvon Collins, I like him too. What are we going to roll with? All right. We're going to go ahead and roll with the offensive tackle out of Michigan, Jalen Mayfield. the Chicago Bears' first-round pick. They need offensive line help, regardless of how poor you want to say Mitch Trubisky has played. Nick Foles, whoever's behind center, the offensive line has been horrendous for the Chicago Bears, and that needs to get shored up. I think they're also going to run into some defensive problems down the road when they're going to have to start shipping some pieces out to be able to fix this offense, or I don't think they're going anywhere. But let's see who we get with our next pick. We got the 52nd pick. All right, so let's see who's available. Obviously, we want to look for a quarterback around here, but there's probably not going to be any available. Also look at a wide receiver. Most of them are off the board, the top ones. Bears draft's going to be tricky. I just feel like I know a lot more about the Dallas Cowboys than I do Chicago, but we'll roll with the punches, have a little fun, you know? All right. Who are we going to rock with? Let's check out this guy's profile. Jason Owe. No edge. All right, we're going to roll the punches and take an edge in this second round spot for the Chicago Bears. Not a Bears fan by any means. I just have a couple friends, actually a lot of friends who are Chicago Bears fans, so give them something to watch, you know. They probably won't like my draft because they're not getting a star player, but they need these role player type of guys that are going to shore up their offensive side of the football and try to bolster that defense even more. Because, I mean, it's going to be tough to have that defense looking as good as it did this year. They kind of fell off towards the end of the year, but I think that terrible offense just took a toll on them. All right, so let's see what we got here. Are we in the third round? Yep, we are in the third round. So they need a receiver. Okay. Let's check out Amari Rodgers from Clemson. Features slot in the NFL for an offense predicated on timing. Okay, we'll roll with this one just for fun. We're gonna give him that receiver. We're gonna give Amari Rodgers his chance to be a Chicago Bear, and hopefully they can pair him with the quarterback that can get him the football. But first, we gotta shore up that offensive line, and made one pick to do that so far. Hopefully, they can get some other moves done in free agency with that. Let's see what other picks the Chicago Bears got in the first 4 rounds. Wow, I don't have a pick for a while. Last pick was 83, and we're rolling into 130. Wow. Dang. I didn't realize it was this far back. Wow. That's all they had in the first 4 rounds. Okay. So, through the first 4 rounds, Chicago only has 3 picks. Obviously, barring a trade, it'll look like this with 3 picks in the first 4 rounds. So this is what we got with Chicago. We're gonna start off by bolstering that offensive line with Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan, and then we're gonna roll the punches and go with that edge rusher, and Jason Owe from Penn State, and then we're gonna get a Trubisky or Foles or Deshaun Watson. a new threat in Amari Rodgers out of Clemson. So we're going to title this one Chicago, and we'll keep building on these. We'll go back and have some more fun. We'll have Gannon join one of these one day, and we'll do a mock draft together. I think it'll be pretty fun. Down the road, I want to actually make some bets with my friends when this draft occurs this coming April. Have some fun and see who can get the closest to the drafts. We might actually, with the Art of Football 365 podcast, maybe we'll all do a mock draft and send them into each other and see who can get the closest and just have a little fun with it, interact with the crowd, interact with our audience, maybe have some fun that way. I feel like we've been doing quite a great job lately in communicating with our audience, and I'm enjoying that, being able to receive feedback and answer questions that you guys have for us. So keep going with those. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so we move that back to fast. We got 4 rounds manual. Here we go. Green Bay Packers. We gonna draft a quarterback round 1? Jordan Love or what? What are we thinking? We got to get A-Rod some weapons. Not sure what pick Green Bay has. Do they have a first rounder? No, we got 29th pick. Okay. Offensive tackle. Okay. What do we want to do? Receivers, obviously. Mac Jones. Interior D-line. Okay. I'm loving where this is going for Green Bay. All right. I know who I'm taking. I've been wanting to pull the trigger on this pick for quite some time. I'm actually a huge fan of this player, Christian Barmore. In that national championship game, Alabama had a one-man wrecking crew on the defensive side of the ball, and that was defensive tackle Christian Barmore. He was incredible to watch. And as you can tell from watching this Green Bay Packers defense the past season, they were pretty bad and could not stop the run. They have Jair Alexander back there controlling the secondary. So I think it's time we help out their defensive line. We're going to roll with Christian Barmore in round 1, pick 29. I think Gannon would like this pick, especially an Alabama product. I think this is a pretty healthy pick. I'm not going to lie. If I was a Packers fan, I'd be thrilled to get Christian Barmore at 29. I think it's possible he could even slip into the second. I mean, we got him at 29, so I think he could slip to the second, but I think he can go as high as 20. I mean, a lot of teams don't value that defensive tackle position in the first round. It's normally a second or third round pick you see throughout the draft, but Christian Barmore, he looks like a guy you got to gamble with. You got to give this man a shot. All right, so they also need a linebacker. And I talked about Baron Browning from Ohio State, so I might have to pull the trigger on him. Safety's also a need, offensive tackle. Let's see if we got any OTs left. It's not looking like we got many ranked. TDN's the Draft Network's predictive board. It's not looking like we got too many high tackles. We got Spencer Brown out of Northern Iowa. You know what? All right. We're going to pull the trigger on Baron Browning. We're going to help this defense out again. I know Aaron Rodgers wants his weapons, but this dude, A-Rod, you should be thrilled with these 2 first picks. Your defense is getting better. They're definitely getting better. And outside of the free agent moves, J.J. Watt, is he going to come to Wisconsin? What's he going to do? That'll be interesting to see. But your defense has definitely gotten better in these first 2 picks. I think we're heading into round 3 here. This is fun. I got to get on here and do this more often. I'm enjoying this. All right, the 92nd pick. So let's go back, look at our team needs. Obviously, receiver. Okay. His name stuck out to me instantly. We need to get A-Rod his weapons. We're going to give him Amari Rodgers from Clemson. So, our first 3 picks. You know what? I just realized Green Bay now has two A-Rods. That would be interesting. Green Bay having two A-Rods, the A-Rod duo. That'd be kind of cool. And A-Rod needs his weapons, so A-Rod to A-Rod for 6. Could be hearing that. We'll see. But I'm liking where this mock draft's going, honestly. I'm not sure what picks we got left, if any. We're in round 4 now. We might not have any left. Oh, we do. We got one pick left. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay. I see Sermon's name and my head just instantly thinks, all right, we got to snatch him up. I mean, Green Bay's got Aaron Jones in the free agent market this offseason. I don't think they're going to give him his money. I think what's going to happen, you're going to see Jamal Williams get re-signed, and you're going to see A.J. Dillon, running back by committee, A.J. Dillon and Jamal Williams. Maybe a later pick like Trey Sermon, but I wouldn't say Trey Sermon. I'd say a running back in the 5th, 6th, maybe 7th. All right. Who are we going to rock with? I see tight end on everyone's needs, but there's not that many tight ends, I don't feel like. Safety, okay. Are we going to double dip offensively? Or are we going to triple dip defensively? I know who I want to snag. He's one of their team needs. Rashad Weaver, edge, okay. Ellerson Smith, Northern Iowa. Shout out Deion McShane, good friend of Ellerson Smith's. Hope to talk to him soon. Stay tuned for that. But good luck this year in the draft, Ellerson Smith. I hope you get picked pretty high and end up with a team like the Dallas Cowboys. But we are going to roll the punches. We're going to pick a safety to help out this defense again. We're going to help out A-Rod's other side of the football. All right, 3 defensive players and a receiver for Green Bay. I like it. We're up again. Okay. Do we want to go offense? I feel like we almost have to go. My hair's getting in the way. Jeez, need a haircut. You know what? I don't want to do it, but this is my first mock draft I'm doing. We're going to have fun. We're going to give A-Rod Trey Sermon. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. For the fun of it. Maybe they let Jamal Williams go. Let Aaron Jones go. Now we got A.J. Dillon and Trey Sermon. Both cheap. I wouldn't say it's likely. It's possible. Go ahead and title this one Green Bay. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Back to our recording. All right. So I appreciate you guys joining us on here tonight. You will obviously catch this episode when it drops. We'll see when it drops. Could be this week, could be next week. And if you don't know what day it is, it's February 22nd. So it could come March. It could come tomorrow. We will see. However, I just wanted to say that I had a lot of fun doing this. This is just short and simple on my own. I look forward to doing more mock drafts, hopefully with Gannon when he's got some free time. We could take a deep dive at this. I know we both are NFL draft junkies and love watching the draft. So I'm excited for April. Free agency's approaching real quick, too. The end of March, I think, March 16th, 17th, around there. Free agency will kick off. The franchise tag window opens on Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday, February, what would that be? February 23rd. I think today's Monday. Could be wrong. But so all in all, we appreciate the donations to our fundraiser. We appreciate just adding another sponsor in 312 Beef and Sausage. You will hear more about that on one of our episodes. So stay tuned for that. And next time, I hope Gannon's on here with me. He may be a little upset that I post this without him, but so be it. Man's in Louisiana playing the game he loves, some baseball. I'm on the mic doing what I love to do. So here we are, 1 a.m, having some fun. All right, so you guys take care. We will catch you soon. Enjoy this little 4-round mock draft with the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears. leave some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you think of rebuilding these 3 rosters. They're desperately all in need of some help on 2 teams on the defensive side of the football and 1 team on the offensive side of the football. So, Gronk, spike that subscribe button, leave us a like, and drop a comment, just like Troy Aikman does every time Joe Buck makes no sense. Might have to come up with a new intro or something. It's kind of getting old. We'll spice things up for you guys real quick. So take care.